Little Eeyore, still the only calf. I was hoping to catch her running. Got her out of the way to get the cows in here to get their grain, and she was ripping from one end to the other. Zoom. That's the biggest problem with feeding grain in here. You got to watch the calves are out of the way when we do have very many. Well, it don't matter if there's 1 or 50, you still got to watch for it. So, Sunday morning, it was 33 and nice and foggy. Eeyore's hiding. See her right through the info there. Number one, tried calling me a little bit ago, but phone service up there where she lives is, for her anyway, it's kind of like it is here for her. Couldn't catch much of what she said, so she finally sent me a text. And she said about an hour ago everything up there froze, and it was snowing. You know, we're hanging right at 33, 34 degrees. Thermometer at the house is 33. The one at the shop said, actually it said 35 when the one at the house said 33. And I walked out of the shop a little bit ago and it was down to 34. So we'll see what we get. But I wish she would have cooperated. Seriously, she had about 10 passes ripping back and forth through here. Probably got her wore out. So anyway, it still ain't too bad in here, but it could still use a bedding. Hate to get too much. We're already building up too much. It's been too wet of a year. There's that gate right there. There's over 2 feet of manure underneath that right now. And we only got not even 3 feet left to the top of the wall, and we got too much winter left. This pen here, when we clean outside, I take the loader and weasel the stuff out from underneath that gate. It needs to get cleaned. I almost didn't get in here with the big bale Friday, trying to get it right there. All I did was get in far enough to dump the bale. Not where I wanted it. I still got a post over there I got to get dug out of the ground and replaced. Get some gates hung back up. And if it looks nice and wet right there, it's not because of the rain. These stinking 2-year-olds where their water trough is just outside the gate over there. There's 2 valves on that line. One to the float and one to direct water into the tank for if the float's froze. And they've been playing with the stinking valve and turning it on and flooding their own stinking pen. That's the first time. That setup's been that way, oh God, since the 60s. It's been replaced a time or two. You know, obviously valves die, and the original pipe died a long time ago. There's quarter turn ball valves, regular water faucet ones. And I don't know, they've been in there for 10 or 15 years and they've never touched them. Now they're playing with them. They might find themselves not drinking. Oh well. I just thought I'd give you the shot of Sunday morning. Kind of see out that way a little better. There's too much light shining now. This is probably the brightest morning we've had, other than the one with the nice sunrise a few days ago. It's 8 o'clock and brighter than it's been. Look this way, see? It's still too bright for the camera. It ain't that light, but obviously too bright for the camera. If I go outside, you get a better look. At least the fog dissipated. You don't hear the radio in the background. Just so you know, there was no radio playing. YouTube didn't hear anything. I don't worry about it if I'm passing one that's on. We'll leave one on in the barn all the time. There, see? It's foggy up high. In fact, actually, there's less fog up there now than there was when I walked in the barn to feed a little bit ago. I couldn't see the top of the hill, and now I can. It looks like the sun's even hitting the neighbor's house over there. It is hitting the top of the hill. See the green along the barn roof? Yeah, they all think they're going to come back out here. They know better. I'm looking for the spot that's not quite as deep to walk over here. And fresh gravel filled in here that's, yeah, wrong time of year to have to fill holes. It doesn't pack. All I can do is let them pack it. And yeah, I make a walk through here. Because you never know. Generally a cow won't leave her calf, but we have had them calve along here, and once in a while they can slip under, so always come and look. Make sure that there's nothing here, and there's how well they've worked on that straw bale. Pretty much not. They're going to have to work on it tonight, because they'll probably clean these two up tonight. And for those of you that haven't watched or haven't maybe missed something, the main cow herd, we just let them have hay at night during calving season, mainly. Kind of helps them have their babies more during the day than at night. It works. There's been lots of studies done on it. The extension had us involved in one quite a few years ago, and that was before we fed out here. We were feeding small bales in the barn and didn't feed them anything in the morning. They got used to it. The other thing just feeding at night does, if you limit their access to their hay, they don't waste as much. And this year we're short. Last few years we've been short. So when we figure we better start conserving hay, they only get it at night. So they've been on the night feeding for like the last 2 months already. And you can see what they've done. That's 2 days worth of mess. The bad thing is when they are getting close to calving, they'll pull more hay out and make an area like this where it's ha-ha bedded, even though they got a fairly decent barn to go back to. All right, I suppose that's it. There's what the bottom looks like now. The water was down the next day. It's actually way down in the banks now. That's, judging by what's going underneath the bridge, it's about 1.5 feet down from what it was for about 3 weeks before it finally came out of the banks. And now it's starting to rain. Gotta love it. Which means it's close to snowing, because it's still right at, say, 33 degrees. But those raindrops hitting me, so. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know I've gotten quite a few new subscribers again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I started doing this June of last year because a couple people said you should do it. So I did. Just kind of a whim. And, I've been having fun ever since. Show you what I can show you, and tell you what I can tell you. And if it helps somebody out, that's awesome. I just, is it entertainment? Maybe. Is it educational? Maybe. That all depends on how you look at it. Hopefully it's both. Ouch. Trying to undo a latch with one finger. Play with you for a second. Number one likes to run this chain up, which makes it tighter. Not a big deal to hook, but when you go to unhook it, it's a lot harder. If it's run under this thing, it's a straight shot. And get you a close-up because I got to get a hold of it. And boom, you're done. And they're all going to just come outside and enjoy the rain. They do that. Okay, I guess that's enough. You've seen enough of the mess. Spilt grain. Birds were all over that a little bit ago. Augers laying everywhere. You can never have too many augers. The problem is you never have the right one. That little one would be nice if it was bigger. And it'd be nice if we'd have done the carriage a little different, but oh well, it works. So anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell. You know, hey, it's all free, right? That's what everybody keeps saying. It's free, it's free. Yeah. Just costs me a little time. And as I get farther along, a little money in some things, but that's all good. You got to have something to spend money on, right? Can't spend it all on toys. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a good Sunday.